So I decided to do this assignment based off of the Frostbite script. So the locations for that was the railroad tracks, and that's used in scene one, Dark Forest, which is used in scenes 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7, the frozen field, which is used in scenes 5 and 9, the prairie field, which was used in scenes 8 and 10, the abandoned town, which was used in scene 11, and Dakota Drug, which was used in scenes 12 and 13. Out of all of these locations, I decided to choose the Dark Forest. The first location that I scouted was Wakanda Park. There, for parking, there's a public parking lot that we would be able to park in. For a contact, I have the Menominee Parks and Rec, and I also put on like the recreation manager on the slide too. There's public restrooms. For power, we would need generators. There's lots of restaurants nearby. It's in a really like nice location. Um, and then the noise, so it's a public park and there might be people there. There's like a large playground there. Um, However, the like part of the park that I was looking at to like shoot this at, it was far away from like where the playground is, so hopefully like the noise wouldn't be too bad. And then it's also away from busy streets. Here are some pictures that I took when I went location scouting at the first park. As you can see, there's lots of big trees that we could film by. I also took pictures of like where the restrooms were, the pavilion. There's some of the parking lot in the pictures. Um, so yeah, I think that this would be a pretty good place to film at. The second park that I went to look at was called Santa Park. Um, there's no public parking lot there. The only place to really park is on the grass, so that might be a problem. The same contact as before, Menominee Parks and Rec. There's no restrooms available at this park, and we would need generators just like the last park. For lunch, same thing as the last one too. It's in a really great location. It's right by lots of the restaurants. But it is on like a really busy street, so it could get pretty noisy. It's also a public park, so there might be other people there. However, when I went to scout this area, it wasn't as busy as the other one. These are some pictures that I took at the second park, and this park does not have as many large trees just like out in the open. They're mostly around like the edge of like the main area of the park. Um, so if we're going for more of like the like dark forest like look, this park probably wouldn't be the way to go because there's no large trees in like the middle of the park. It's more along the edge. There's also like a paved road that goes around in there. So it might not be the best for this scene. I chose Wakanda Park because it's larger, away from busy streets, it has restrooms, and a large parking lot. Here's the map and directions to get to the park. It's only 6 minutes away and it's super easy to get there. For the cast and crew notice, it's pretty simple. I just put on there where the scene would be shot, um, like where the parking lot is, and then I let them know to dress for cold temperatures because it would be filmed entirely outside, when the break would be to eat, and then let them know that there's a pavilion that we would be able to use. And then I also put on there like if you have any questions to reach out, and then put on there the directions and a nice little map to let people know where the park is. Here's the like neighborhood filming notice. So pretty basic as well. just letting the neighbors know that we'd be shooting at the park. It's not really near like any houses or anything, so we wouldn't really be disrupting people, but it's still nice to let them know because we would be filming at a public park. So if people didn't want to be filmed, maybe they just wouldn't go to the park that day. And then also like that we want a safe and positive filming environment, and if they have any questions or concerns, to reach out. So this is the location agreement that I made. The first one just like identifies the filming location, like saying that they agree to let us use the park on that date. The second one is saying that we can bring like our equipment there, and that we're able to use the park. The third one is saying that we're allowed to use it for the period of time that we are filming for. Fourth one is payment. For this one, I just said like an on-screen credit in the like credits. This one talks about alterations to location. We probably wouldn't do much because it is a public park, but it's always nice to just have that in there. Sixth one is basically just saying that they gave us permission to do this, and that they can't like sue us. And the seventh one is basically that too, that this is legally binding. So they agreed to